done the impossible. Yes, you've heard me, the impossible. They've done a never-to-be-seen or heard analysis of the play Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. Broadcasting live from their homes, first is Sarah Sadat.
Thank you, Suzanne, for that lovely introduction. Well, I wouldn't call my analysis impossible, but I am thrilled to be able to share my analysis on live TV. It's not every day where teens get this outstanding opportunity. I did my analysis on the basis of the literary component that makes this play great. The play does a great job of depicting that a life filled with spontaneity and amusement is an aspect that many individuals seek. Many individuals worldwide feel trapped and bored with their day-to-day lives. They are able to imagine living in a fantasy world by watching movies of different genres and characters. Some individuals' lives are gloomy and dark and miss a sense of adventure. This can make the individual crave the adrenaline that comes with the traveling spontaneity and a life without responsibility. After reading The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, I found that the play is stellar as symbolism is used to help convey Tom's aspiration to escape his reality and live in a fictional world. Tom aspires to escape his reality and live in a fictional world, a world with no responsibility. He was tired of being a working class man and living by the same schedule every day. He wanted a greater sense of adventure in his life, which he finally received. This is evident as Williams writes, "I descended the step of this fire escape for the last time and followed." Williams 1:16. This indicates that Tom left his home and the boring reality that he had to abide by daily. The fire escape is symbolized as a portal that expresses the departure of his reality into the fantasy he dreamt of. His life was filled with despair, but he changed his reality and let go of his guilt. This is evident as Williams writes, "For nowadays the world is filled by lightning. Blow out your candles, Laura, and so goodbye." Williams 1:16. This indicates that Tom's life is now filled with the excitement and the adventure he always wanted. This is evident as lightning is used as a symbol to describe Tom's new, bright, and positive and exciting life. Furthermore, Laura blowing out her candles symbolizes Tom's diminishing of his guilt of leaving her behind, meaning he can finally live an existence he can be proud of. Tom escaped his reality and added a sense of adventure to his life. After reading The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, I found that the play is stellar as symbolism is used to help convey Tom's aspiration to escape his reality and live in a fictional world. In contemporary Western society, this is felt by many individuals as people don't feel content with their lives and always seek more. Living in a fictional world for oneself without responsibilities may be a solution for some individuals, but not everyone. As Tom felt relief, but others may feel more harm rather than positive effects. Escaping reality is always the last resort, but it may be a solution for some. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to share my analysis.
What passion from Sarah Sadat. Next, joining us from his home, Rad Fati.
Yes, thank you, Suzanne. I am one of the students who analyzed the play The Glass Menagerie, and I really analyzed the emotional response this play provokes within the reader. And, well, I have to say, personally, as a male reader,
What the problem is, we're up. Sorry for that brief interruption. We'll be taking a short commercial break.
Join us for Richmond Hill Can Sing with our new judges, Judge Silman, Judge Sofa, and Judge Howdy. Join us for for performances that might make you happy.
Well, you didn't tell me that you started walking with a woman's man no time ago. Busy cloud and moving warm and it kicked around since I was born. No, it's so alright.
Or
It's
maybe
okay.
performances that might make you
I've
sad.
died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000.
Or some performances that just aren't that good.
So I'll tell you what you want when I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So I'll tell you what I want when I really, really want.
So don't forget to join us for Richmond Hale Can Sing. Check local schedule for airtime.
Yes, Suzanne, I am back after some technical difficulties. However, as I was saying, I analyzed the emotional response that this play provoked within the reader. Throughout all of history, a man has been honored through his selflessness and sacrifice that he shows for different purposes, the greatest of us all being his family. For a man to abandon his family is something that can never be justified. In The Glass Menagerie, Tennessee Williams does a great job of getting an emotional response from the reader when Tom decides to abandon his family. Many readers, such as myself, felt angry at Tom's decisions and thoughts. He had been given the responsibility to provide for his family because his father too abandoned them. But he says he would rather someone pick up a crowbar and batter out his brains rather than go to work. Having to be selfless to provide for a family is something that always is, and always will be one of the things that makes a man a man. But Tom is saying that he would rather die than put a roof over his family's heads? For Tom to not embrace selflessness as a feature of his manhood brings out a very negative reaction by some audience members who believe he's doing the wrong thing. The reader's madness might sound bad, but in the end, it only makes the reader more interested in the play, making the play a better piece of work. However, after group discussions with other students about the play, I found that saying that Tom's actions of abandoning his family is controversial. Members of my group praised Tom because Tom was decided to have an adventurous life, and the goal of life should be to live life to the fullest. This is true, as I quote that he says, "I like adventure, and adventure is not something that I can find at work." Having two emotional responses from one topic creates controversy and debates between the readers and makes the play more memorable, which makes us think if Tennessee Williams did this, so through emotional response, the play becomes more recognized. Thank you for your time. I'm Rafati, and that was my analysis on the emotional response provoked by Tennessee Williams, the playwright of The Glass Menagerie.
What a great emotional depiction of the play. Next, we have Gordon Zhang with his take on the play.
So, The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams is a fantastic drama because it has well-developed characters in it. It is a family drama that despites a deterioration of illusionary perfection, which the author, Amanda, fights to maintain. This is shown as the play progresses and Amanda can no longer paint the image she wants to portray of her son and daughter. What makes this play great is how it reflects realistic dynamics between parents and children who are afraid to allow their children to become their individual self due to their vanity. There's no denying about Amanda loves her children and would do anything to protect them just like any mother would. Although Amanda loves Tom and Laura, she does not always show them respect as adults. As an example of this, Amanda is making 2 powder puffs, wrapping them in handkerchiefs and stuffing them into Laura's breasts when Jim is scheduled to visit. This is very disrespectful because she doesn't care about Laura's privacy and makes her very uncomfortable in order to make her daughter looks good to the male guests. Therefore, Laura responds in anger, "Mother, what are you doing?" So unlike her mother, Laura is very innocent and does not want to deceive anyone. But then Amanda responds, "They call them gay deceivers." So basically that means Amanda thinks this is just only a white lie to make Jim, the visitor, think Laura is more attractive. but in reality, it is all about Amanda's control of perfection, even at the expense of her child's well being. It shows Amanda's striving and cruel nature towards her daughter. It is evident when she reminds Laura, uh, because to be painful honest, your chest is flat. So basically, Amanda is very honest with her child's daughter, but then she tries to maintain a great personal image to the outside world, which shows the discrepancy between Amanda's private nature and her public nature. She can harm and insult Laura just only for the purpose to maintain an image of herself in front of strangers. So William's play is very great because it shows the dualistic nature of motherhood and how complicated it can be. So although Amanda has like good intentions for her children, she harms them and endangers their self-esteem. So Amanda shouts, "You don't know things anywhere. You live in a dream. You manufacture illusions." So this moment continues after Amanda finds out Jim is married and accuses Tom for inviting him, even though he knows he can't accommodate Laura. These words from Amanda shows her contradictory nature as a mother. She blames her son for what happened and believes he is creating an illusion if she herself is trying to paint a perfect picture of her family through the play. The moment is both disappointing and satisfying, as her motherly nature here is reflected in this moment when Amanda thinks she's doing the right thing for her daughter, but then in reality, the illusion she's created is defeated. So overall, this play is very entertaining to read as it is very close to reality. Audience members could have a similar mother as Amanda in this play. Also, in the movie we watched called Lady Bird, the mother is very similar to Amanda. So what makes this play strong and celebrated is how it shows the need for her honesty and realism in family life. So Amanda, like most mothers, wants the best for her children, but in doing what she thinks is correct, she causes much pain and disappointment for her children. So Tennessee Williams captures the essence for aggressive motherhood, which can be resonant with audience even in modern society. Despite the illusion of perfection Amanda wants to maintain and show the world, it crashes down before her eyes and the eyes of the audience, just like the glass menagerie Laura cherishes. Thank you.
We'll be taking a short commercial break.
Coração fica na rede, na rede, na rede. Olá, olá.